Hello, and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about the iPhone 16 Pro, one of the most boring updates, because the iPhone 15 Pro Max was really great. I mean, from a processor standpoint, from a performance standpoint, from all of that, they've really kind of hit peak iPhone. My 15 Pro Max had a pretty scratched up screen. In fact, you can see on my 16 here that I have a case on it. And this is a first for me. I've been a caseless iPhone user. I've never broken one, never broken the screen, never done anything that damaged my iPhone. But my 15 Pro Max, I dropped so many times that the screen was pretty scratched. The other thing that you can't see on here is I have a screen protector. I wanted to get this video out because I wanted to give my 2 cents on the camera. Everything else, Apple Intelligence, all that stuff, truth be told, I'm not really all that excited about Apple Intelligence. The tech industry wants me to be excited about AI. When I need it, I guess I'll use it, but like nothing about it excites me. So on the camera front, there's one really positive thing to say. There's one really negative thing to say. You've already heard them. I'll start with the negative. I want to get it out of the way.
And I'm going to touch on it, which is the camera button. I don't like it. I don't like it for several reasons. When I hold my camera, I'm holding it in a way that I don't want to drop my camera. And I feel confident in this grip. Look at where my finger is. I don't have huge hands, but I don't have small hands either. This is just such a natural place for it. The way it is now, I have to reach over my phone to get to it. I could come at my phone like this, and then the button is somewhat easier to press, but now I'm blocking my photo. I'm looking through my hands at my photo. The other problem I have is if I do come over to try to take a shot, because I'm so unstable and I press that button, the camera moves. So my camera moves every time I press the shutter. So as a shutter button, this is a complete failure. I would love to know what the designers were thinking in the room. The only thing I can come up with is there used to be a SIM tray sort of cutout right here, because I feel like it's in the exact same spot. Somebody pointed out that maybe it's for this, but I have the exact same problem in this orientation. It's not in the right spot. I want it way up here for this orientation. Now, if they were trying to split the middle, as a designer myself, I don't think that ever works. That never works. And this is designed by committee. That's my guess. This is one of the first Apple things that I've seen that just doesn't make sense. So as I've tried to get to understand it better, I've realized that using it as a half press for the tone stuff is really, really too buggy to use with any confidence, especially when I just took a picture. I can use the on-screen controls for the exact same thing. I can press and hold and bring down the exposure. You know, like, this is so much easier. Look, I'm doing it one-handed. I don't need to half press or anything. What it has turned into me is a launcher. It does launch my camera very quickly.
You use it as a launcher, that works. It's fine. I click it once, the screen comes on, I click it again, I'm in. Is it any faster than swiping down and getting in that way? No, not really. This is 2 weeks of use. This is extensively trying to get this to work because I want it to work. Okay, so that's the negative. Now let's get into the positive.
I've been playing around with going into Halide and using it for process zero. I've been playing around with just going into the camera. And what I have discovered is I prefer this camera now using photo styles and tone control. I just really like the look I get straight from the camera.
Notice I'm not going to use camera control to get to it because I really don't like camera control. So I press this button up here. I am not in RAW. That's the other thing to note. When I'm in RAW, that mode is gone. So this is photographic styles with tone control. There we go. My tone is at -50, my color is at -4, and my palette is 37. Those are set. So even if I make changes here, so if I change my tone and I bring it up, I bring up the shadows, I go really bright with it, I have a reset option here that you can kind of see. And if you press reset, it takes it back to what you set it at when you went through that process. So I really like that. I can play around with it. Gold is my favorite. I've seen some people use amber. Essentially, this is a preference for your style. The photos that I get from it, it's very reminiscent of being a Fujifilm shooter. Like, I am giving this review as a person who has the Fujifilm X-H2, the X-T5, and the X-T50. These are the things that I love about Fujifilm, is having these film sims. I really like the photos I'm getting out of here. One of the things that I've seen, if you shoot sunrise or sunset, Apple has the sensor, something has usually blown those out, made them too neon. They're never quite right. Even when I look at old photos from any of my iPhones, if I look at iPhone plus sunset or iPhone plus sunrise, you'll see that the oranges are they're not right. And I've never really share those because they don't look right. Sunsets I'm getting with this setting right here are perfect. They're like, the gradient is so perfect. They're not blown out in any way. If I try to shoot it in RAW, they're blown out. But if I shoot it with the photographic style applied, I get the right color, the color that I see when I'm looking at the sky. And, a couple of other ones that I really like. I like dramatic, and I like stark black and white. This one really reminds me of using Fujifilm. I mean, this is so great. So as a person who enjoys straight out of camera Fujifilm experiences, I find that the photographic styles with tone control is really the most Fujifilm-like experience on an iPhone that I've had so far, and I love that. This is, without a doubt, my favorite new feature. It's almost a shame that they didn't bring it to the other lines of iPhone, because it's one of the most amazing standout features of this new phone. That's my take on the iPhone 16 Pro. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe. Helps me, keep going. And as always, I thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.